Greetings. Welcome to Live on Location at the Yours Truly Art Studio. This is ANDII.
Summer softest breeze, it reminds me of the ease of love. But winter came and went, and I forgot what it meant to grow. Brooding made me think that what was small was on the brink of ending everything. So nostalgia never seemed to be my friend. Nostalgia never seemed to be my friend. I was young and drunk on love, oh dear God. Up above I was a fool. I thought I loved him most above all heaven and its host, but I was wrong. Memories that I miss seem to slither and twist in my eyes. They make me out to be someone of no ability, but I'm not. Oh, nostalgia never seemed to be my friend. Nostalgia never seemed to be my friend. Nostalgia never seemed to be my friend. Nostalgia never seemed to be my friend.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, ANDII. Thank you for being a part of our show. We're super happy to have you here at Yours Truly. We've been checking out some of the artwork. It's even being made behind us. That's pretty cool. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
All
This
right.
is I've come here to like a couple open art studio events and stuff, so I
Yeah.
kind of feel right at home.
Yeah. Indeed. It's a very relaxing place already, and this is my first time here. All right. So, ANDII, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. I was born and raised in Milwaukee, and I've been making music now for 15 years, like almost half my life. So, not necessarily performing always professionally throughout that time, but been writing for that long, and still at it, still plugging away, and I don't know. That's mostly my musical journey, and yeah.
How did it start?
Well, I got into music when I was like in high school, from like my sophomore year. I have musicians in the family, vocalists. I never really saw myself as a musician, but I wanted to start learning guitar, so I was kind of doing that a little bit, just dabbling, and then I have a neurological disorder called neurofibromatosis, and so basically, in like really simplified terms, it just means that I grow these tumors, these benign tumors on nerve pathways throughout my body. And one of the places that they manifest for people with NF2 is on your auditory nerves in your brain. And so they found those when I was 15. And so kind of in the midst of like just starting to get into music, I was like, okay, so, you know, my hearing kind of is being called into question in terms of its longevity. And so I kind of was like, if I want to do music, even just as a hobby, like I kind of have to do it now, you know. So that's kind of the big origin story of why I got into music, and then just kind of kept up with it, and now I get to do it as a job, which is really fun.
Yeah.
So
That was a powerful motivator. And
yes.
Your music, you have, you know, a strong voice. I would say from my like limited perspective, I can't play an instrument to save my life, but I've seen you on multiple instruments, ukuleles. I think you have a song with the ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele, and then tenor guitar, which are, the secret is that they're the same instrument.
Yeah.
But I have an electric tenor guitar, and then so acoustic ukulele kind of gives a different flavor.
Yeah,
so.
you seem to have gotten really good at all of it. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
You know, your bios online say that that, you know, your, I guess, like foundation, you know, has elements of like folk and jazz in it. And I hear the jazziness in your voice. You know what I mean? It's real nice. And like it says, like with a pop sensibility. I would like to know how you came up with the song that you just sang.
So I wrote that song probably like 8 years ago now, 7 or 8 years ago. And the whole concept kind of manifested from this like very formative, short relationship that I had in high school, which is like, you know, very like cringe, like toxic, like Twilight vibes.
Oh, nice.
But you know, I think like even when we have those relationships that can be like really challenging or toxic, when you leave them, you still kind of walk away with like, but there were good parts to it, you know. And so the point of, you know, the refrain being nostalgia never seemed to be my friend is sort of, it can generally be a positive emotion, nostalgia, a lot of the time, and you think fondly of the past, when maybe a situation just like you don't have any business thinking fondly of it, really. So that was where that song came from.
Very nice. Thank you. All right. Well, I would love to hear another. What do you got for us?
All right. This next tune is actually off of my EP from 2019, and it is called Spoon-Fed Women.
All right. Take it away. Thank you.
Spoon-fed women. Spoon-fed women. You're like them spoon-fed women. Take them out to dinner. Show off all your tattoos. Explain all the meanings. Yeah, spoon-fed women. 'Cause you know the weaker that they are, the deeper that they scar. You love to love them with your poetry, then walk away. You always told me that the timing wasn't right, that in a couple more years we could try this fight. Let me make it clear. Spoon-fed woman. I'm not a spoon-fed woman. You can't manipulate my gaze. How you gonna lie to just save face? Boy, you are not a man, you'll never be. Why, you're the greatest bullet that I've ever dodged in life, and I just can't believe I managed to dodge you twice. Let me make it clear. I'm fine. is not the way that love works. This is not the way that love works. Oh. I'm not a spoon-fed woman. I'm not a spoon-fed woman. Spoon-fed woman. I'm not a spoon-fed woman.
Very nice, very nice. I don't even have to ask where that song came from. I just feel like I know. It's just more, not every experience is great, All right. Yeah, that's one of the ones I had heard, and I'm happy you did that one. I'm glad you did one. And that was one that stood out to me. I'm a fan
Trying
of.
to sneak an old one in there.
Yeah, so that's all right. That's all right. Just the ones that you like, that you feel like doing today. I encourage people to find the music. What I really like is that you have the lyrics for the songs out, because I'm a lyrics person, and that's probably why I like that one a lot, because something about that lyrically was good. Just these no good folks, you gotta tell them that you're not gonna go for it. So if people go online, they should definitely check out the lyrics, and thank you for putting them on there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I get a lot out of that. So you have a song about Milwaukee on one of these EPs.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to talk about that. You're born and raised here. I want to know what how you feel about the city. The music, the scene that you're a part of.
Yeah.
All the shows that you do and everything. Like, what is your feeling as you've been a part of this?
Yeah. Oh my God, that song is so old. I wrote it. It's on my very, very first EP from 2016. And it's a very stripped down project, just me and my ukulele. So I really want to rework that song at some point, get like a full band version of it, and change some lyrics, kind of update it a bit. But that's just like really my love letter to the city. I have kind of grown up all over, and I just think that there's a really, really great energy here, and specifically the more that I am able to engage with the music community and my friends and my peers, I definitely just feel like there's just a lot of camaraderie here, and there's a lot of like connection to be had here. I think if you're looking for it, you can find it. Yeah. And there's just, I don't know, there's just something very unique about Milwaukee. I wish that I had like the words to articulate it, or had like some really grand philosophical thing to say. But really, I think it's just, I've just been here. I've lived in other cities, partially. I lived in Springfield, Illinois for a while, and then Chicago, Illinois. So I've definitely lived other places, not like super flashy places, but enough to feel like, Milwaukee's worth coming back to.
That's right.
And worth staying here. So yeah.
Yeah, it's apparent because you're doing so much. Yeah, you have a lot of cool gigs. You have the one in Appleton at the Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson Music Hall. Yeah, I've been up there a few times this year, and I have been blessed every time. It's such a great experience.
It was awesome.
Yeah, the community up in Appleton is really, really unique. It's definitely like, there's takeaways that I'd love to bring to Milwaukee, because they're people just come out and support because there's music going on, which is really cool. Yeah. And I think that we have some of that here in Milwaukee, but it would be awesome to just have like an even greater attitude of like, who's playing tonight? Let's just go out, let's find somebody. That's
all I do is tell people that's how I want to see it, Don't just go out for, the big name artists that came to town. There are people right here that are, to me, just as good. I'm having such a great time. I try to go out all the time. I was out last night, seeing a show, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I do. That's part of why, we have a show like this, because we genuinely think there's awesome stuff happening right here.
Absolutely.
And our city doesn't always get, like good press.
Yeah, people can kind of get down on Milwaukee, which is why I think I just like, I love to talk it up, because there's really, really positive, great things going on here. So
that's right. See, we should get like some kind of sponsorship, because we're like real satisfied customers.
Right. Yeah, real satisfied customers.
Yeah. So that was on the Life as It Goes EP.
Yeah.
Yeah, and since then you had your other EP, and I wanted to ask, like, what do you think? like has changed between the two EPs? Like, what did you learn? Did you like set out to do like something different? You know, like the last one was 2019, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So between that first EP and the second, like, what has changed for ANDII?
I mean, a lot. I think I probably just, it's more apparent that I'm a little bit more integrated into the music community, and like finding people to help produce things and finding people to like give me input on songs. So the first one was recorded by my very dear friend John Rouse, and it was just me and my ukulele. That was it, just 2 lines in, you know, and it's great. But I think that there is like something to, you know, radio playability and like kind of having that full band sound. So when I set out to do my EP in 2019, I really wanted to find somebody that could just add their own like production, like pop flair to it, and just sort of, here's the song as it is, you sit with it and work with it, and then call me when you're done, and we can kind of like go from there. So that was how that EP was produced by my friend
Andrew.
Andrew
Another
Lynch.
level.
Like I would just go there and I would lay down the demo and then go and then a few weeks later he's like, I think I've got something, and so that was really cool because there was this collaborative aspect to it, but I also like had like, it was a very hands-off approach where like I didn't really have my hand on the wheel a whole lot, so like that was fun to just trust somebody else with you know, my vision and with my work.
That's so valuable to have like good relationships, like people that you know can count on and trust and like let go, because we have to do so much, you know what I mean? Like we were talking earlier about like all these different hats we have to wear, and so it's good to have people, you know.
Definitely.
Well, it shows. That album really showed, you might say, what you're good at. I was trying to work in the album title. The What I'm Good At EP. I could have set that up better. All right, well, we need to hear some more of the music then.
All right, I will play another one for you. This is another new one, and it is going to be on the next project that I do. Hopefully, I'm trying to make it like this big single, so imagine it with like a big band behind it. The song is called This Kingdom for a Horse. Getting quiet, but I don't really mind it. So what's that say? Am I getting too old? Am I out of touch or in the way? But I don't really know. But truth be told, have this kingdom for a horse. Saddle it up and settle it down. Find the crossroad that cannot be found. I know the path. Now I'm on my way. This kingdom for a horse. But could you really blame me? This one woman show is such a bore. Did you think that you could tame me? Or did you think that all this fire was for? I don't have a clue. I don't know what to do. You can have this kingdom for a horse. Saddle it up, settle it down. Find the crossroad that cannot be found. I know the path, and now I'm on my way. This kingdom for a horse. Oh, 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 oh. saddle it up and settle it down. Find the crossroad that cannot be found. I know the path, and now I'm on my way. This kingdom for a horse, I don't know what's worse, the taste of blood or thirst. You can have this kingdom for a horse.
All right. Thank you. The lyrics. I love it. That's great. That's a great song title.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's catchy. That's my type of stuff right there. All right, ANDII, we've talked about the previous 2 EPs, the What I'm Good At EP that I tried to make a silly joke about.
It was good. It was
And,
good.
it was like a reach, and you've talked about the future. So you have a full album that you're plotting now. That's one of the next goals.
Yeah.
What else do you have? The Quiet cover series.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's talk about some of these more recent things. Within the last year, you started doing a Quiet cover series.
Yeah, so I just started doing like this goofy little reel series on Instagram where I just pick just different songs that I want to cover. Some of them like have a lot of significance, and then other ones are just like silly pop ones that would be fun to arrange. And the idea is that I'm kind of trying to like sing more quietly. I tend to sing very loudly and have like a lot of projection, but there's not a lot of like longevity in that. Like at some point you have to kind of like learn how to like temper your volume and stuff. So I kind of started it as just a way to like keep up on practicing and just doing fun covers in my free time. And then also like just trying to practice like being quiet and still like reaching the notes that I'm trying to reach, rather than like pushing through and trying to get all this power to reach something that like I might actually strain my voice doing. So, which is like there's no science to it. I should probably go to like get lessons and have someone like tell me what's going on with my voice, but that's kind of just like where I started as like vocal practice / rest. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's you're aware of a thing, like you know more about it than I do. Clearly, like that was like I just learned something, so it's like maybe you're not being very formal about it and read a book about it, but like, you know what I mean? Like you are aware of it and making changes and essentially like training yourself.
Yeah,
like
trying
through the series a bit. You know what I mean? And so I see clearly that you know some things that I just learned about projection and like the wear and tear that it has. You know. Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's just like not done properly, so I'm trying to like get better at that,
Yeah, good luck. Keep it up. It's cool. Those little cool ideas are the things that we must do. Like we were discussing earlier.
Right.
It's
Try to stay relevant.
Yeah. Now you're a content creator.
Yeah.
But it's like a cool way to do that, and just having those things added to your like repertoire. I kind of like it. So you've got that cool thing going on. You got the gigging that you're doing. I know you took a break for a little bit, and then this album. So now, like, are there any thoughts you want to tease us with about this album?
I mean, it's definitely, I'm trying to get a good, like, hard, solid date on it. So that's the only frustrating thing is it's hard to be like, it's coming out on this date and it's going to be great. But I am really excited just because production-wise, just the ideas that we're going with, and really the band that I've formed around this album is definitely harkening back to the folk roots that I kind of came up in when I was first performing, and just a lot of the music that I was listening to at that time. So I'm really excited because my last 2 projects have been, the first one obviously very stripped down. The second one, a lot more pop inspired, which is really fun. But this one's going to be a lot more in the folk pop genre, kind of a bit more in the folk. So I'm excited for people to hear it. And I've got a couple, not many this summer, but I've got a couple full band shows where that band that is going to be recording that album will be performing. And so that's kind of a great way to get a sneak peek of what the sound's going to be like. So.
Yeah, all right. That's exciting stuff. Yes. So I want the city to know about. Yeah. What a good show. What a good show. Look at the... You nailed it. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we'll be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, people can also find, this body of work that includes EPs and also just like what we call like loosies, just like a little single or something that you throw out there, and it's not necessarily part of a project, but it's just a dope song, So I encourage people to check out ANDII's music. I guess we only can do one more song, so let's get into it. What you got for me?
All right, this last song is another new one, and I actually performed it for my Tiny Desk Contest submission.
Nice.
And it's called I Tried. And it's a fun little ditty.
All right, thank you, ANDII.
Oh my, I tried. Oh me, oh my, I tried to tell you all the things I thought you needed me to say. But every time I tried to go, I got in my own way. Oh me, oh my, I tried. Me, oh my, I tried. I cannot think of what I could have done to change the script. But had I been another girl, then you still might be with. Oh me, oh my, I tried. Me, oh my, I tried to tell you all the things I thought you needed me to say. But every time I tried to go, I got in my own way. Oh me, oh my, I tried. Oh me, oh my, I tried.